it's Jessica and welcome back to Dream Daddy. So today we're gonna take a final look at the final route of this game, and that is Brian. The thing about Brian is he's very competitive against our dad, so he's a little bit cocky, and I'm not saying like in a bad way, it's just like in a dad way, because literally he's so boastful about his daughter. So I'm wondering how this dynamic is gonna go, because these two, they kind of don't get along because they compete with each other, so I'm wondering how Brian is really gonna be in his route. Brian Harding. Hi, I'm Brian. I spend most of my days hanging out with my awesome daughter and thinking of new ways to grill things. If you like fishing, then we'll get along. On a Friday night, you are most likely to see just how silly I can cook a piece of brisket. Well, that's nice. Okay, so one thing on a desert island, my fishing pole turn-ons are a keen understanding of steak cuts. This guy's really into grilling and steaks. He's a total dad. When he wanted to grow up, he wanted to be a fireman. Oh, that's nice. Favorite movie genre is romantic comedies. I did expect that. I kind of see him as like a comic book kind of guy. Ideal date, deck building. Never leave home without the fishing pole. Spending time thinking about how my daughter is smarter than I am. Aw. He really loves his daughter though, which is really nice. Alright, let's message Brian. Man, I don't know how I feel about hanging out with Brian more, but it seems like Daisy and Amanda get along really well. Maybe I should just bite the bullet and hang out with Brian more for the sake of the kids? I crack my knuckles and start typing. Hey Brian, great grabbing burgers with you at the cookout yesterday. We should get the kids together and hang out soon. I wait a couple of minutes until a ding comes from my computer and a message pops up on screen. It's Brian. Let's see what he has to say. Hey man, always love a good burg and a buddy. We should definitely hang out. What do you think about mini golf? We could bring the girls out and have ourselves a little friendly competition. Rock on, Brian. Oh dear. He signed his name. That's cute. Friendly competition. This is perfect. I know Amanda and I will crush Brian in mini golf. I've been taking her mini golf courses since she was a little kid, and I'm proud to say she's almost better at it than I am. Almost. I typed back. And I didn't get to see the message once again. Anyway, hey Amanda. Hey, would you be up for some mini golf with Brian and Daisy? I'm a little out of practice, and I know my backswing leaves something to be desired, but I think I could keep it in the negatives. Perfect. Come on, kiddo, let's do this. Whoa. You ready for this? Arr, matey, I'm ready as I'll ever be. Why are you talking like that? Because this mini golf course is pirated theme. I just now realized that we're indeed standing on top of a giant pirate ship in the middle of a putt-putt course. Oh. Come on, pirate dad. Whatcha talk like a pirate with me? Arr, ahoy. Scurvy? Avasti, I don't see any pirates, only angles. It's no time for jokes. Oh my god. The pirate dad. I'll make Brian and Daisy walk the plank with my superior golfing abilities. You told me that this was just going to be some friendly competition. Friendly competition is dad code for actual competition. I need to prepare my body, mind, and soul to defeat Brian on the field of glorious battle. It's just mini golf. Just mini golf? It's so much more than that. I kneel down and place my hand on Amanda's shoulder. I just want you to know there's no pressure. It's not a big deal. Don't worry about it too much, but we have to beat Brian at mini golf. Don't worry, you don't have to try so hard, but we have to beat Brian. Whatever happened to just having fun? Oh, we will have fun when we beat them. Amanda gives me a side-eye, but before I get side-eyed her back, I spot Brian and Daisy. Ahoy there, mateys! Ahoy! Brian walks up with Daisy in tow. It looks like they already rented us some golf clubs and for our mini golf excursions. Total power move. Why didn't I think of that? Yes. Alright, first mate, I hear there's a buried treasure in these waters. You gonna help me plunder it? Oh, Amanda, I don't think this is a real pirate ship. I think this is just to play putt-putt on. Amanda gives Daisy a look. I mean, aye, Captain. Daisy winks at Amanda. Oh, look at these two. They're two peas in a pod. So, you excited to get in some mini golf in? Oh, you know it. You a gambling man? What the hell? We're just playing golf. I know when to hold them. Because like, Brian likes competition. We gotta fight back. I know when to, shoot. That was pretty much all I know how to do. How about the loser buys drinks tonight? Alright, but how about we make it a bit more interesting? I'm listening. The loser has to mow the winner's lawn this weekend. Well, my yard's pretty big. Are you prepared to take that on? I think you should be a little more concerned with how you're going to maneuver around my hedges. It's highly technical work, not for the faint of heart. I don't think I'll need to worry about that. I'm very good at mini golf, you know. Oh yeah? Hole in one every time. What I just said is not a true thing, but it already came out of my mouth, so I have to stand by it. I'm looking forward to seeing that happen. Brian and I eye each other up and down. May the best dad win. Brian and I shake hands and lock eyes. It's about to go down. Oh god. Do we actually have to play golf? Oh, we do! Oh, it moves on our own. Okay. Yeah! Ooh! Okay, this is good. I like this. Who's the announcer for this? Damn it! Fuck! Hey! I got an S rank though, so I guess that's okay. Amanda pulls me aside while Brian and Daisy start walking to the next hole. Hey, you having a good time? I'm having a great time. I'm having a fantastic time destroying Brian underfoot. I just asked because your eye is twitching. No, it's not. I feel my left eye twitch. Amanda raises her eyebrow. Out here to have fun, remember? It's just a game. You're right. It's just a game. A game with extreme high stakes. A game where we're currently winning. Dad. Please, Amanda. Please nail this hole next for me. We need to keep the streak going. If it's really that important to you, sure. Amanda walks over to the tees in particularly hard windmill hole, gripping her club. She winds up and launches the ball into the parking lot. She looks right at me in the eye and does an exaggerated shrug. Oops. I disagree with her action and I appreciate her act of youthful defiance. She walks over and pats me on the head. That was for your own good. Love your kiddo. Oh no, not again. Man, that was some good shooting there, Darren. Fought valiantly, I guess. I don't know. I'll remember this day, Brian, and someday, when I finally defeat you, you'll think of this moment too. The moment I decided your fate. The moment I decided that you must be destroyed. Brian and I eyeball each other. Electricity is shooting between us. Daisy, did you have a good time? Yo-ho-ho, I did. We haven't even found the buried treasure yet. I think we need to apply for a permit to dig around. I can take Daisy home so we can get the city paperwork started for digging. You two go enjoy the night. Sounds like a plan. Darren, you cool with that? Sure, just don't get yourselves into too much trouble. Can do. I'll make sure we get into a perfectly reasonable amount of trouble. Amanda and Daisy skip away, yelling about buried treasure. Bless that kid's tiny heart, rebellious heart. Well, guess we should hit the bar now. There's actually a tiki bar attached to this place. How about that? That sounds like a plan. Guess I'm spending more time with Brian, which I'm not jazzed about considering I just completely blew it on the putt-putt course. Okay, Dad, you can do this. Just gotta drown my sorrows in some tropical loser drink and get out of here. Brian and I walk into the Freaky Tiki, kitschy island theme bar. Palm trees adorn on the wall and several fake parrots are strewn about. Ukulele music plays softly in the background. Brian and I approach the bamboo bar. 2 pineapples of hospitality, please. The bartender whips up 2 rum drinks inside of a hollowed out pineapple. He sets them on fire, and we have to blow them up before we can drink them. Usually I just like to, I don't know, drink my drinks. If you don't want yours, I'll take it. And best me again? I think not. I take a sip of my pineapple of hospitality. Sorrow tastes fruity. My lawn care needs to be very particular. I hope you're up for the challenge. Oh god. Oh, don't worry, I'll bring my own salt and promote health grown in a sustainable environment. Oh, come on now, Darren. I'm just having a little fun with you. I grumble and sip some more of my fruity sorrow drink. Fine, fine. You got me on this one. While I sip more of the drink, I notice a TV in the corner. Hey, Extreme Makeover Deck Edition is on. I love this show. Always made me want my own deck. Ugh, I hate this show. I think this is the only dad out of the entire group that our dad Sona has an opposite personality from. But what I mean by that is like every dad has like, you know, some sort of like trait that we connect with our own dad. But it seems like Brian is like he's just completely opposite of us, which I find interesting. Why? It's so clearly fake. Well, yeah, it's reality TV. Who cares? I care. I'm a general contractor. I work with decks all the time. Oh, okay. There's no way they're renovating those decks in a matter of 2 days. It's impossible. That's 3 weeks job minimum. So you want them to cover those 3 weeks extensively in every episode? It can't be that interesting to watch a bunch of dudes slay over a deck for that long. Nobody would watch it. I don't like any of those home improvement shows. I just want to watch stuff that's real. Like Long Haul, Paranormal, Ice Road, Ghost Truckers. I have terrible news for you, Darren. No, not them too. Well, that's the awful truth. Not the ghosts though, those are real. Trucks just don't have emergency escape buttons. I've been lied to for so long. We both chuckle and sip on the pineapples. So wait, you're a general contractor? Sure am. I actually have planned the cul-de-sac we live in. Wow, nice work. Yeah, kinda took after the footsteps of my old man. He was a general contractor too? The best. He practically built half the town with his bare hands. It's weird how you spend your whole life trying not to become your father and then you wake up one day and then you are. But I get to work with my hands and it pays more than enough to take care of my daughter. It's an absolute dream, for me at least. Well, that's impressive. Building stuff has always been my weak point as a dad, and I've been okay with that until now. Now I must defeat him. I do have a patio furniture that I haven't put together, still sitting in the garage. Okay, maybe I should cool it with the dad competition. Gotta keep it light. Tell one of your classic jokes, ask about his daughter, stare at him down unblinkingly. I think that's a little bit weird if we just stare at him. Ask about his daughter, because he really loves Daisy, so let's get to know him a bit better. So, Daisy seems pretty smart for her age. Yeah, she's a genius. She definitely doesn't get it from her old man, though. It's actually a little embarrassing. She beats me at Scrabble constantly. To be fair, Scrabble is really hard. I can barely make good words when I have the whole alphabet in front of me, let alone 7 words. Brian laughs. See? We can get things friendly here. This is perfectly pleasant. I could do this all night. Because I feel an innate need to impress Brian and prove that I'm better than him, obviously. That's the only reason, I think. Let's keep moving. He has, can I compliment his beard? Your beard is nice. Looks very healthy. Thanks, I grew it myself. Hey, you're not allowed to dad joke another dad. This is how our daughters feel all the time? I'm upset. Hi, upset. I'm dead. You know, I should have saw that coming. We just walked right into that. No! I mean, you walked right into that one. That's dad joke 101. Listen, buddy, I took dad joke 101 years ago. I'm in the 400 level classes and well on my way to a degree in fart humor. Wow, Amanda must be so proud. She is not. Look around the room and take in all the kitsy decor. Looking for something else to comment on. There's a gigantic fish hanging above Brian and I gesture to it. Cool fish. It's definitely fake. What? Really? Everything in here is fake. The palm tree over there, and the fiscus with the plastic coconuts glued to it. Look over. He's right. I almost got something like that fish once. Mine is bigger though. Of course it was. Oh, really? Yup, I went on a trip to Hawaii maybe a decade ago. We were out in the sea for 3 days, catching fish, drinking beer. You know, guy stuff. We had hot plate on the boat and we could sear the fish right after we caught it. Throw a bit of it, salt on it, and lemon on there. Oh man, that's some of the best food I ever had. That's actually sounds amazing. Well, it was the last day. Everyone had gone to bed already, and I was out there watching the stars. Had my own layout too. Then all of a sudden, it just started running. So we jumped on the reel before it got ripped out of the rod rack and started fishing with the damn thing. I'm out here for maybe an hour. I can't call it to my shipmates. It's just a man against nature. Finally, I'm starting to tucker the guy out. I get him to the surface and finally get a sight of it, the biggest marlin I've ever seen. Hemingway-esque, I got into the boat single-handedly. And you know what happens next? What happens next? That damn thing smacked me in the face with its tail, knocking me out. I wake up the next morning on the deck and the fish is gone. Never felt dumber. So it got away? I think there's another version of me who would have spent the rest of my life trying to catch that fish Captain Abad style. I'm sure Daisy would be supportive. Oh man, fishing's the life. I haven't gotten enough lately. You go fishing? Actually, I have a confession to make. Wait, what am I doing? Why is this so inconceivable urge to be vulnerable with him? I can't tell him that I'm terrible at fishing. I lean in close. I'm amazing at fishing. I'm the best at fishing. No one can outfish me. I like how we have to fight against Brian to be like the best. No one can outfish me. I'm simply the best out there. Okay, since you're such a pro, I'm taking you fishing. Do you want to go fishing? Wait, don't answer that. Yes, you do. We're going fishing. Oh, no. Oh, I don't know. Come on, it'll be a blast. I know the perfect little fishing spot. I'll bring some beers, we can just sit back and relax and reel some trout. We'll bring the kids with us. Come on, you know you want to. I sigh. I've been cornered. Yeah, okay. Brian gives me an exuberant high five. Maybe we'll see who can catch the most fish. So I can get you mowing my lawn. You can try to beat me, but don't call me Darren good catching at fish dangadoo for nothing. I spin my web of lies that I fear one day will consume me. Sounds like it'll be a scrap. Brian and I finish our drinks and head outside. Till next time. This is a great opportunity for friendship. I'm real excited. Kiss my bass, Brian. I want to say kiss my bass, but I know it's mean. I'll say the distant. Oh god. And also for catching more fish than Brian. You're krilling me with these puns, Darren. Mull it over. You'll come around to fish-related dad jokes in no time. Brian extends his hand and gives me a friendly but firm handshake. I see that the competitive fire in his eyes. This is gonna be a whole thing, isn't it? Once Brian takes over babysitting duties, Amanda walks home with me. She immediately plops down on the couch and flips on the TV. So, how was your hanging with Brian? It was okay. Oh yeah? He seems like a neat dude. I think so. I don't know. The guy loves a good competition. But then again, apparently so do I. What did you and Daisy end up doing? Oh, we hunted for treasure for a bit, but Daisy was really adamant about not digging around without a permit, so we just watched a documentary about theoretical physics. I put her to bed, and then we sat around eating Brian's food. Don't tell him I said that. That's standard babysitting protocol, I believe. I really like hanging out with Daisy. She's super mature for her age. Yeah, Brian says she has a hard time relating to other kids. She kind of reminds me of you at her age. Although she doesn't bite people as much as you did. I can't believe that I'm finally the cool older kid. Feels good. You gonna hang out with Brian again? That's the thing. He wants me to go fishing with him. Oh, I told him I was an amazing fisherman. You hate fishing. I know, I'm kind of panicking. I'm sure it'll be fine. All you have to do is wake up in crack of dawn and sit silently on a boat on the lake for hours on end with no promise of a tangible reward. Your only companion being the fear and doubt that harbor deep inside your heart. Wow, Amanda. Fishing's fun. You remind yourself as the world darkens around you and you wonder if it's really you staring back at yourself with the lake's reflection or simply just the abyss. Why is it so dark? Yeah, laugh it up, Amanda. You're coming with us. It's my constitutional right to outright refuse this order. Daisy's coming too. Well, I bet I could convince Brian to bring his dog. Fine, sold, I'm in. Once there's a dog, Amanda's like, yes, I'm coming. Alright, I'm bushed. Calling it a night. Don't stay up too late, okay? You got it, Pops. Oh my god, belly laugh dad nap. Yay.
You know what? Let me mow your lawn this weekend.
Okay, let's start with Brian's second date. Oh, I have a message from Brian. Hey, Daisy and I are going fishing tomorrow. You in or out? Oh no, I've been dreading this day. I accidentally boasted about my abilities as a fisherman to Brian, and now he's challenging me to another dad-off. I've been doing my fishing research, but I'm nowhere close to being an expert. Still, I have to accept. I type back to Brian. Sounds great, man! Super excited to catch all those fish. Make sure your mower is good for working order, because you're going to be all over my lawn this weekend. That'll show him. Brian responds back, letting me know that tomorrow he'll pick us up in an hour. I had previously forgotten it existed. Man, that's gonna be a rough start. Amanda comes into the room from the kitchen, eating cheese stick by biting it piece by piece like some kind of monster. I didn't raise you like that. What? It's called string cheese, not chumpy cheese for a reason, Amanda. Did you just call me in here to criticize my controversial string cheese eating technique, or what? No, Amanda, we have to go fishing tomorrow. Well, you have to go fishing. I get to play with Brian's dog. How do I become a master of fishing overnight? You went fishing in the Girl Scout, didn't you? Nope. I was thinking the Scouts was brief and purely transactional. Thought I could get free cookies, but I didn't know that I had to, like, be outside and tie knots and stuff. I have to be Brian. Dad, let me tell you a story. Do you remember last summer how I applied to the job at the coffee shop across town? Give me a refresher? They asked me if I knew how to work an espresso machine, and I really wanted the job, so I lied and said yes. Oh, that first morning, there was a line out the door within half an hour. I severely burned my hand, and they told me to go home and never come back. I still have a scar from that. Of course I remember. What does that have to do with fishing? Burn is a metaphor, Dad. I don't get it. You can lead a horse to water. What do horses have to do with fish and burns? Dad, please, I don't get your obsession with competition against Brian. You wouldn't understand, it's a dad thing. Please try explaining it to me. Okay, Brian's he just thinks that he's so much better than me and purposely reminding me that whenever he can. It's like he has to one-up me. I have to beat him at his own game. Is that what you think is happening here? No, Amanda. Okay, good. I know that's what's happening. Alright, Pops, we should be getting some sleep. See you in the morning. Night, Panda. Darren is oh my god, he's so extra. I brush my teeth and throw on some pajamas. I climb into bed, set my alarm, and close my eyes. Okay, sleep. I'm wide awake. Can't help but think about the last time I went fishing, hoping there's something I can glean from it to give me an edge over Brian. I was about 9 years old. My dad woke me up in 1 in the morning and told me to get dressed and meet him downstairs. It was still dark out. I had no idea what was going on, but before I knew it, we were both alone in the freezing cold lake. I had to sit there for hours while I got hot and muggy, the air thick with bugs. I picked up mosquito bites while Dad sat in the stony silence, fishing pole in one hand and beer in the other. We didn't catch anything. On the long drive home, my father brought me a pack of cigarettes and I didn't say a thing. That didn't help. I think I have some repressed sadness about my father. I'll deal with that later. My god! I'm sitting on the boat in the middle of the body of water. I can't see any land, but I know it's a lake. The water is placid still. I'm holding the fishing pole. I like how it's like scary music in the background. I don't understand why I feel like this. Like my life depends on catching fish right now. I cast my lure onto the water and wait, and wait, and wait. My whole being is filled with hopelessness as I watch the line disappear into the depths below. You used the wrong lure. I looked up to see my father, just as he looked at me once a cold morning, disapproving. I'm panicking now. I pull the lure up and try to grab a different one, but all of the lures in my tackle box are the exact same. I look up to my father for guidance, but he is gone. Are we seriously having a nightmare about fishing right now? I try casting again, but I can't hold my footing. My boat tips over and I fall into the water, sinking further and further. I see the multitudes of fish that had been lying just below the surface, all swimming around me as if to taunt me. One fish swims up to me. He has Brian's eyes. You gotta use a neutral buoyancy lure if you're trying to catch a trout, buddy. I jolt awake at the sound of my alarm. It's fishing day. That would explain the weird dream. I quickly slip on clothes and get ready. What the hell? I spot Amanda's door, half open to see her curled up in a mountain of blankets. Walking over to her bed, I give her a tiny kiss on her forehead. Fishing day, kiddo. You ready? No. Well, you gotta get up. I can't do this without you. Also, stop sleeping in your clothes. Amanda pulls her comforter over her head. Never. Amanda, I'll get up in a minute. Alright, Brian should be here in 20, so you better not go back to sleep. Amanda sticks her hand through the blanket and waves up at me. I leave her room and I make some coffee and another cup with lots of cream and sugar for Amanda whenever she gets up. Amanda eventually wanders and chugs her coffee while I do word jumble. I hear a doorbell ring. That must be Brian. Still rubbing our eyes, we walk over to see Brian. He's decked out in fishing gear. Daisy's falling asleep next to him. Early bird gets the worm, buddy. You ready to fish? I was born ready. My eyes never ran on Brian. It's a good day to die. Hop in, guys. Let's get this fishing party started. I walk over to the driver's side door and open it. Can I see your license, sir? Maxwell, let Darren sit. Maxwell obediently hops into the back and cuddles with Daisy. Amanda settles next to Maxwell and Daisy and immediately falls asleep. You ready for an adventure? I'm ready for glory. I struggle to stay awake as we drive to the outskirts of town. Country music plays quietly from the radio as I watch trees pass by. So where exactly are we headed? It's about an hour north of here, a little spot I've been going to since I was a kid. My dad used to take me there all the time. I don't think anybody else knows about it. Brought everything we need so that we can catch trout and have a nice little fire and enjoy nature. My fishing pole is in the shop, getting it tuned up. Do you maybe have an extra I could borrow? But of course, it's probably not as nice as it sounds like yours is, though. Right. I'm digging a hole here. I stare at the forest lining the highway. The sun is just barely over the horizon, scattering dusky pink light through the trees. For a split second, I spot a deer grazing the side of the road before it leaps back into the bush. After a nice quiet drive, Brian eventually tells me to pull up on the highway and onto the dirt road. The car bumps along until we reach the clearing that opens up a magnificent lake. Well, here we are. Oh, that's nice. I step out of the car and help Brian unload the gear as Maxwell runs around us barking. The kids wake up and wander to the shore, where Daisy tries to teach Amanda how to skip rocks. Brian and I carry the tackle box and cooler down to the edge of the lake, where he has a canoe waiting. Ah, great! It's still in one piece. Hold on, help me out with Maxwell. I help Brian place a tiny dog-sized life vest on Maxwell. Alright, your turn. Brian hands me a lime green life vest. Maybe if I fall in, you can save me. If I fall in, I'm counting on you to rescue me. Suit yourself. Brian turns to Amanda and Daisy, who are skipping rocks. You kids want to fish? I'm good with just throwing rocks into the water. Amanda hurls a rock into the pond with gusto. Yeah, take that, water! Amanda, you're supposed to be skipping them. Is that what we're doing? Daisy, you don't want to go fish? I think catching fish is kind of inhumane. We're going to explore the woods and look at bugs and stuff. Alright, be safe, don't go too far. Brian pulls the life vest around himself and we throw our equipment into the canoe. Maxwell happily jumps in and takes his place looking out over the front of the boat. I get into the canoe as Brian shoves off. We paddle together to get ourselves into the middle of the lake. More freshwater fish usually feed at the dusk of dawn, which is why I had to get up so early. Yeah, I know, that's pretty common fisherman knowledge after all. Fisherman knowledge that I am knowledgeable about. Still gambling, man? You know it. Let's see who can catch more fish. You can catch more than one? Sounds easy enough to me. What's on the line? Besides, all the fish I'm gonna catch, obviously. I was thinking something a little more high stake than mowing the lawn. Custody of our children? More than that, let's say. If I win, I get your weed whacker. What the hell? The Whackmaster 2000? That's a limited edition. But if you win, you get my pole straw, the Reach and Cut 3000. Or this version? That's the one. Shit, the Reach and Cut 3000 is state of the art. My weed whacker is a prized possession, but there are also hard to reach branches in the back of the yard that has been begging for pruning. You're on. We shake on it. I suddenly remember that I don't know how to fish. My foolish fatherly pride will one day be my undoing. I watch as Brian ties the lure and does the same stuff I can't quite follow with his fishing pole. He casts it into the lake. Oh boy, now I have to do that. I stare down at the tackle box and at the pole in my hand. Put the bait on the hook. I mean, that's logical, right? I fish a worm into the styrofoam container Brian brought. It's slippery, but I think I can get onto the hook if I just focus. Oh god, I'm bleeding. Oh god, there's blood everywhere. The worm is on the hook. Need some help? No? I meant to do that. The blood attracts the fish. They can smell it up to a mile away, you know. I think that's sharks. No, it's definitely fish. Now what? Okay, tie a knot or something. I take my pole and try to tie an elaborate looking knot to impress Brian. The classic hunter bend. I learned that one in my youth. Yep, this one isn't coming apart anytime soon. With this knot I will cast heavenly line upon the unsuspecting water and deliver unto us a bountiful harvest. I look over to Brian. He doesn't seem to be paying attention. Let's cast the sucker. I pull the rod back and launch into the lure as hard as I can. And the lure flies off and the line sails off the sails far, far away, landing in the lake with a loud sploosh. Sorry, I judge the wind speed strong. This cold air dive drives the pressure down. Go ahead and take my pole. I know it's hard to switch to a new pole you're not used to. I'll fix up another lure. I'm pretty sure Brian's aware that we're trying so hard to impress him, but he's not like calling us out on it. I think because he doesn't want to embarrass us. He's just trying to be nice. I think that's what he's doing. Brian hands me a pole with a smile and I just sit there, feeling like an idiot. Whoa! Fish around here isn't easy. They group up. You gotta do a line of 3 of the same species and reel them in. Oh, okay, so it's like, Candy Crush or something. I need to match 3 of the same species. I can tell which fish is which.
Match that fish.
What? Oh dear. Can I do this?
Now you're fishing.
Wow, I got a perfect score? Really? Good work. Wow, this is way tougher than I thought. I look over to Brian, who's smiling and obviously enjoying his time out here on the lake. I will crush him. Suddenly the fishbowl jumps in my hand. I reflexively tug it upwards. I think I got something big! The tip of my pole dips down repeatedly and the line starts to run. Reel it in! I finally get the fish up next to the boat. It's a long, beautiful rainbow trout. Brian hands me a net. It's all yours. I lean down and notice that my hands are shaking with excitement. This fish is bigger than all the ones Brian caught. That pole is mine and it, the entire canoe, oh my god, tips over with me. I find myself sinking into the lake. I should have taken the life vest. All of a sudden I embrace underwater and being pulled into Brian's arm. Oh my god, he's saving us! I'm finally dragged upwards, spewing water. All of my gear float onto the surface. Maxwell doggy paddles around us in circles, having a great time. You alright? Does that count as one? Well, seeing all of our fish are now swimming safely back in the lake, I guess so. Brian laughs. Let's get you to shore. Brian and I flip the canoe back over and fill it with our now soaking wet gear. We row back to shore with Maxwell in tow. Once we get back onto the beach, Maxwell darts off into the woods. Brian takes off his shirt. Dots of lake water glisten in the sun across his strong back. Man, all that general contracting must have built that guy like an ox. I hope he doesn't notice me staring. Darren's always staring at the dads. It's funny. I'm gonna get a fire going so we can dry off. Wanna hand me yours? Yes, okay. I reluctantly take off my own shirt and toss it to Brian. I suddenly wish I had done more sit-ups in my life, or any sit-ups at all, really. Another thing you have bested me in, you stupid sexy Brian. You might as well fry that shirt up. Seems to be the only one lunch we have. The day's young. We could fish more from the shore. Once Brian gets from the fire going, I sit and try to dry off my pants. Brian sets a couple of lures out by the water's edge. We're probably gonna have to put on the kibosh on the competition for now. Until another day. My stomach growls. You hungry? Oh, I'm fine. Brian reaches into his cargo shorts and pulls out a few granola bars. I have a small child. I am flushed with snacks. Brian joins me by the fire and I accept the cargo shorts granola. And now we're back to waiting. Where did the girls go off to? Shouldn't they be back by now? Oh, I wouldn't worry about it too much. They're a couple of smart kids. That's what I'm worried about. They're too smart. They probably established a small rural government by this point and installed themselves as leaders. I took a look around, the sun cresting into the tree line, casting the entire lake in a warm golden glow. The forest seems to be coming alive, birds chirping in the distance. Wow, nature is beautiful. A mosquito bites me. I snap my neck and curse. Nature sucks. Here you go, bud. Brian hands me a bottle of bug spray. I begrudgingly take it and douse myself. Ugh, I've always hated how this stuff smells. Really? I've always kind of liked it. Reminds me of being outside. Maybe you and I have different sentiments about the outdoors. Maxwell comes over, bounding up to me, a huge stick in his mouth. He drops it at my feet and looks at me expectantly. Throw the stick towards the woods, fake throw, break the stick in half and assert your dominance. No, that's so mean! We're not doing that to Maxwell. He's a good dog. Alright, throw the stick towards the wood. I hurl the stick as hard as I can towards the tree line. Maxwell bolts afterward, running as fast as his stubby little legs can carry him, which consistently is not very fast. It's very cute though. Nice throw, Darren. I turn away so he can't see me blush. Maxwell brings the stick back, clearly proud of himself. Good boy, Maxwell. You're a very good, speedy boy. You're the world's champ of fetch. It's time for the pets. What's the plan? Rub that belly. The dog's like that, right? Maxwell rolls over and lets me rub his belly. He wiggles on the grass, clearly loving it. I feel like a bit of a third wheel here. Where's my belly rubs? I'm so flustered that I barely say anything. I just focus on petting Maxwell and hope Brian doesn't notice how much I'm sweating. Oh my god. While I'm playing with Maxwell, begin to routinely pulling on Brian's line. I watch Brian effortlessly fillet a fish, squeezing a bit of lemon on them, and then frying them out in a cast iron pan. Before I know it, we have a feast before us for a couple of shirtless dudes. Amanda and Daisy emerge from the woods, looking totally unscathed. Whoa, Dad bod patrol. I'm gonna have to issue both of you a citation and demand you to put your shirts on. There are children present. Brian tosses me a now dry shirt. I pull it over my head. Thankfully that I will no longer be distracted by Brian and his pecs. Where have you guys been? Studying etymology? What? We're playing with bugs. I expected you guys to be more covered in like mud and stuff. Daisy looks offended. What do you take me for, a child? Amanda puts a hand on Daisy's shoulder. Right. We take a seat around the fire and Brian serves the generously pile of fish on paper plates. It's absolutely delicious. Why does he have to be good at everything? Fish tastes okay? Daisy and Amanda both nod furiously, mouths filled with fish. It's incredible. I've never had fish this good. Yeah, it's great. Old Harding family recipe. Why are your pants so wet? Well, Amanda, we were out on the lake and then I accidentally tipped the boat over. Don't worry, all the gear floated on the surface, so we didn't lose anything. Right, Darren? He's covering for us. I know, Brian's a little bit annoying with the competition thing, but he's actually really nice. Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Can't believe he just covered for me. Gosh, he even humbles me. He's trying to beat me at everything, including my world-famous sense of humility. We finish our fish and end up playing catch with Maxwell for a little while before we decide to head out. After cleaning up the camp, we pack up the station wagon and let Maxwell into the back seat. The poor pup fallen asleep in a cuddle puddle with Amanda and Daisy. They've had a long day. Been an ordeal today, bud. Let me drive you guys home. I want to prove that I'm most awake dad on the block, but yeah, I'm beat. Fine. As we drive away, I take one last look at the lake disappearing behind us and smile. I rest my head against the window and low rumble of dirt road beneath us lulls me to sleep. Hi, sleepyhead. I open my eyes to realize I had dozed off in the car. I self-consciously wipe a bit of drool off my chin. Oh, hey, I was resting my eyes. Just in case you suddenly have a jump into any sort of conflict, I am super awake for it. And ready to fight. With my strong arms. It's all good, you earned some rest, buddy. Thanks for coming out with us today. I had a lot of fun with you. Thanks for inviting us. I also had fun, actually. Glad to hear it. Take it easy, yeah? You too. Take it the easiest. Brian chuckles to himself as he unloads the car. Amanda and I get inside and immediately claps onto the couch. Long day. Yup. I was close to that pole saw. Pole saw? Yeah, Brian and I were competing to see who could catch the most fish and... stop! Why do you care so much? Manda Panda, just look at the guy. He's so obviously got my number and he's rubbing it in my face. Dad, I love you, but you're kind of dumb sometimes. Dumb, or clearly the superior dad. You know what? I don't have any energy to require to properly unpack your weird fixation with asserting your masculinity. I'm going to bed. Night. Amanda slides off the couch and face down to the floor. I'm a tired slug. Amanda, the floor is disgusting. I don't care. Well, night, honey. Night, Pops. Are we just leaving her on the floor? But I like that he covered for us. That was actually really nice of him to do. It's very sweet.
That's a 10 out of 10 if ever I've seen one.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna end the episode right here. So I'm glad we got to take a look at Brian. I was a little bit dreading to play Brian's route, mainly because, like, he's so competitive with everything. And, like, I don't really like those kind of personalities who, like, really want to compete in everything. Because, like, Darren is like that too. But, like, I don't know. It's just very... I don't know. It's very weird dynamic between the two of them. But in reality, Brian is just being nice to Darren because he thinks that he wants to compete with him, but he really doesn't. And I think that's really nice of him to cover for what happened earlier with the fishing and stuff. Brian's a cool guy. I like him. I'm looking forward to see how their relationship progresses. I'm just wondering if Brian will, like, confront Darren and be like, hey, why are you competing with me? Like, you don't need to take it that seriously. Because I'm pretty sure Brian's, like, friendly competition thing is just for a joke. It's not really like, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you and everything. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to join the companion. And if you'd like to help support the channel on Patreon, there's a link in the description. Get early access to videos are Patreon only, the Discord server to come talk to me, and a bunch of other stuff as well. Or you can support the channel for free with gawkbox.com/AGirlAndAGame. Open it on mobile or tablet, and just download the games in there, play them, and then you tip real money to me for the channel. And I'd really appreciate if you guys use it so I can keep this channel going and keep this series going as well. So, please let me know in the comments what you guys thought about Brian's route so far, his personality and stuff. His minigames were interesting. I like how there's more than one. Just the golfing one pissed me off. But anyway, let me know what you guys think. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye! Please help. What? Two people over. Don't start fucking one of them. Oh, bye. Oh no! What is it? Ida's mad.